Say, what are you doing?
Kayaking.
Kayaking? Story, what you doing?
Wow. All right. Beautiful morning here in Kansas City. It's a little bit chilly, but it's getting to be warm today, like 56 degrees. So we're gonna take advantage of this warmth and we are going to install our end walls onto our greenhouse. We have all our lumber here in the trailer. So we are going to get started here. I got a day planned with two of my buddies, Adam and Keith are coming over and they will be here to help me. Pops is gonna be working today too. So we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Here we go, we got our holes dug. Hole here, hole here, hole here, hole here. The string along the front is just so that we know that we're at the face of the edge of the greenhouse here. And then let me walk y'all down to the other end here. We got this side all set up. All we're doing today is we are putting our vertical supports in, and then all of the framing will be built off of these vertical supports. So as you can see behind me, we got our holes already dug and then our vertical cedar boards. So all of these that get set into the ground are cedar because they're going to be permanently into the ground. We're cementing them in and we want them to last as long as possible. So we got these already on, and from here we'll build a door right here, just a man-sized door right here. And then this section that spans from this board to this board is 16 feet long, or wide. And we're gonna have a roll-up door here. Basically, this is for ventilation. We want it as wide and as big as possible so that we can have as much ventilation in here in the summer as we need. And up here, we're gonna have a support 16-foot board that runs from top of the board to top of the board, and then at the very peak, we're gonna build an assembly up at the arch for our vents. We're gonna have a vent on this side and a vent on that side. So we'll get started on the other side of here and we will get these vertical supports cemented in the ground, and that should give us a nice bit of framing to build off of. One thing we did have to do is, because we needed to plumb everything out, we actually ended up pulling our two end wall arches down a little bit, and so we adjusted the one on the far side, and now we got to adjust this one because they're just a little bit hanging too low at the very top of the arch. And so we'll take our ratchet strap and go across the top. We'll take our ratchet strap and go across the top here to here, and we'll squeeze them. We'll squeeze it together, and then we'll tighten up our roof braces again. And that should hold everything together, and hopefully we don't take the end wall out of plumb while we do it. All right, we're back. The video that you just saw was us starting the end walls. Had a couple of my buddies come over and we got the major supports of the end walls cemented into the ground. So that's all done. We have 4 supports cemented in the ground, and then, so as you can see behind me, we also did we finished the framing for the end walls. So let me explain to you a little bit what's going on here with our end wall framing. It's not traditionally what you would see on a greenhouse. We wanted to have a ton of ventilation because it gets so stinking hot out here, and so what we did was
we have our main support here, main support here, main support there and there. And then at the top, we just have a 16-footer that runs horizontally across the top, and that the vent assembly. So we're gonna have a vent up at the very top near the middle of the arch for ventilation. And then this whole 16 by whatever, however tall it is.
It's gonna be a door that is on a crank, and it has plastic, crank up and down. And the way that we're gonna solve how the wind pushes on that plastic, and just if we didn't have any supports around the plastic, it would tear the plastic apart. The way we're gonna solve that is the exact same way we solved that same issue with the curtain sidewalls.
We're gonna have a board that goes along the bottom down here, and then we have the top board, and we're gonna have eyelets on the top, eyelets on the bottom, and then we're gonna run a string from bottom to top, bottom to top, bottom, top, all the way.
And then we'll do the exact same thing on the inside of the plastic, so that the plastic won't have any room to move when the wind blows. And then we'll have a nice huge area, open area for ventilation on those hot days that we just need to air out the greenhouse in the summer. So that's the plan. We'll see how it plays out in the end. Hopefully it's gonna work all as planned. But if it doesn't, we'll come up with a different solution. The last bit on the framing is that we're gonna have a man door here and a man door down at the other end down there. And so just for easy access. So if we're getting something out of the barn back here, or we're coming from the house on this side, we have access points to the greenhouse, so it just makes it easy. But what we're gonna be doing today is we are going to be installing the C-channel. And the C-channel is this stuff right here.
It's basically just 8-foot rods of aluminum, and it's a channel. And the wiggle wire, which
I'll find the wiggle wire over here, put some in the truck, is right here. So if you don't know anything about greenhouse construction, this is how you hold the plastic down. So you have this wiggle wire like this, and all it does is it wiggles back and forth into this C-channel, and then the plastic goes into that C-channel first, and then you put the wiggle wire back over it into that C-channel, and that's what holds the plastic taut and down so that it doesn't move. And so we are going to be taking this C-channel today and installing it
over the top part of the arch here, all along the top, and then all along the hip board. So it's going to run all the way down this hip board, and then all the way on each end wall arch on the top.
So that's the plan for today. We'll get some of it done, probably not all of it. So let's go ahead and get started here. So we're starting with the very top arch C-channel. All we gotta do with this is just measure it. Well, it's 8 feet, so we'll measure halfway, do a little mark here. And that mark will go directly in the center of the top arch. Two of those, and then he bends it.
Yeah, then we'll try.
There we go. We're just bending it right at that mark. Loosely in the shape of the arch.
There we go. That good?
What do you think it's going to settle for?
Let's try that. All right, so we got the C-channel on the arches. This side's done. Goes up along the whole top of the arch. And we got the other side done. And the last little bit of C-channel we need is for this hip board. So we'll go ahead and we might start that today, we'll see. But we got this side done as well. So that is complete. The kids are back here playing in the pond, or the mud pit as we like to call it. Say, what are you doing?
Kayaking.
Kayaking? Story, what you doing? So I'll give you a little update on the pond. I have a lot of decisions to make. So originally when I first dug the pond, I thought if this doesn't work, if it doesn't hold water, if we don't have enough clay content, all that good stuff, then I will buy some what's called a sodium bentonite, and it's basically just bentonite clay. And when bentonite clay gets wet, it expands 10 times its size, and which seals any leaking spots. So I thought about that about a week ago, and I was like, man, I remember when I first built this that if it leaks, then I'll get some sodium bentonite because it's a cheaper way to seal a pond. And so I found a supplier out of Joplin, Missouri, and it's like $10 for a 50-pound bag, and I would need at least 25 bags, so that'd be $250 about to potentially seal the pond, instead of $3,200 to put in a liner and all of the work that goes along with putting a liner in. So that was the plan, but I just talked to my neighbor who lives down here in this White House, and he had a pond basically the same spot so far as this way, same spot of his property. He had a pond right there, and he had the same problem with me. He hit bedrock. He actually dug his with a shovel, and he hit bedrock at about 3 feet and could never get water to hold in his pond. So his idea was the same as mine. Let me go get some bentonite, let's put it in, and it didn't end up fixing the problem. So now I have a decision to make. Do I want to potentially waste $250, put bentonite in here in the hope that it would work, but it might not work? Or do I want to just go the full mile and spend $3,200 and put a liner in here? So I'm going to be thinking about this for the next week or so, just trying to contemplate what the best decision is here. So obviously have some decisions to make here on the pond. I really want this thing to hold water. The benefit of us being able to irrigate with the pond is just huge. Saves so much money. And so in the long run, even if I did have to spend $3,200 to put a liner in this pond, it wouldn't, it would pay itself off. So anyway, wanted to give you all that quick update on the pond. So now that we have the C-channel over the arches, the next goal here is to put it. Pop started laying out the C-channel on the side here, and the next step is we're going to put it along the top of this hip board, and that's a pretty self-explanatory process. You just drill little holes in it, smack it in with some wood screws, and you are done. So man, we're almost there. We are almost about ready to lay the plastic on this greenhouse and get it all seamed up and done. But let's go ahead and first get the C-channel on.
So that's a wrap. We got almost all the C-channel on. We have the other hip board on the other side to do, and we have some tidying up our end walls to do. We have the bottom board in the 16-foot wide opening right here. We got to get that done. Our chickens are loving this straw down here. They get out of their pen and they just go for it over here. What are y'all doing, ladies? So we got to do the bottom board here in the 16-foot wide opening. We got to rig up our eyelets for the rope set up to enclose the plastic in so it won't shake back and forth. And once we do that, then all we have to do is raise the plastic on our end walls and then raise the plastic over the whole greenhouse. And that will be a totally separate video. I'm gonna get like 10 dudes over here to help me raise the plastic. It's got to be on a day that's above 60 degrees, which now it looks like we've broke into the season where we're gonna have many of those. It felt like it got up to like 65 degrees today, but I'm not sure. But that's awesome. I didn't know how long that was gonna take, didn't even know how it worked, and it was a pretty simple process to get, Judge, over here, no, to get done. So that's all done, and I am gonna be done for the day. Judge! Our chickens are over here at my neighbor's house. We have to get a fence going on here to keep these chickens in line. They're getting out everywhere. Now that it's nice outside, they're just going crazy. Jet, a rooster, a Bruce the second, can't get back. Look at him. I gotta run back over there and make sure he gets back in. All right, guys, after that little fiasco, I am done for the day. Next project for the vlog that I'll be showing you is getting the plastic on. So like I was saying earlier, we'll get, you know, about 10 guys over here, 60-degree plus day, and we will finish putting the plastic on. And then the last step after that is just to get the curtains on. So we are almost done. I'm super excited. Can't wait for the growing season that's already begun and where we're gonna go this growing season. Having some exciting new ideas to share with y'all that I'll probably be sharing in the next couple vlogs here. But excited that I got to take you along for this greenhouse journey, and excited that within probably 2 weeks we'll be done with this thing. Awesome. It's been an awesome learning point. It's been an awesome project, and can't wait to start growing inside of here. So remember, guys, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up. Remember, if you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section below, and remember to subscribe to our channel. Hit the subscribe button and you can stay updated with our vlogs and everything we're doing here on the farm and everything that's in store for Goshen and where we're headed for the future. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see y'all in the next video.